Hello everyone, I'm Sahil from Code Help. Welcome to Complete TypeScript series. So in this video we will be learning what is TypeScript, why it has become so popular nowadays, and what extra features does TypeScript provides. Now let's start this video. Now first of all, let us see why TypeScript has become so popular suddenly, as TypeScript is not a new language, it is very old. So what has happened that it has become so popular nowadays? So this is because when new Angular framework came in the market, which is written in TypeScript, so that is the reason which is making it one of the niche language skills nowadays. And guys, by the way, by Angular I means all the subsequent versions of Angular till Angular 13. So now let's understand what is TypeScript. TypeScript is basically a superset of JavaScript but with strict type checking, which means whatever features are available in JavaScript are also available in TypeScript, but the TypeScript also has some additional features, because of which we are here to learn more about TypeScript in this video. So let me tell you some more points about TypeScript. So any valid JavaScript code is a valid TypeScript code. So by that I mean that any valid .js file can be renamed to a .ts file and compiled with other TypeScript files, but that does not mean that any valid TypeScript code is a valid JavaScript code, as TypeScript has its own additional features as well. Also, any TypeScript code written compiles to plain JavaScript code, as our browsers do not understand TypeScript directly, so you will need a compiler to make it understandable by the browser. But don't be scared by this extra step, as it is very easy. You just need a compiler, and this provides you with a lot of TypeScript features to enhance your development capabilities. And thirdly, TypeScript basically extends the language JavaScript and add additional features to it, which we'll discuss in this video. In the right hand side image in the PowerPoint slide, you can see that TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript, and JavaScript represents just a small part of what TypeScript holds. Now, a lot has been spoken about that TypeScript provides so many great additional features that enhance the capabilities of the developer and make it easy for any application to be more safe. So what are these features? Let's check out. So one of the most talked about features of TypeScript is that TypeScript allows usage of strong and static typing, which means that you have to specify the type of the variable at the time of declaration itself. So let's see, if you have declared a variable of type number, then at some later point of time, you can't change it to store a string or any other type, whatever that may be, which makes all of the error checking process and debugging process a little easier and refined, as it already adds one additional layer of checking at the time of code writing itself, which saves a lot of time to the developer. And also, as they say, it is always better to have minor overhead during development and then insane issues in production. It also makes it a mandate to write cleaner code with already typed variables, making it less error prone in the first place. On the other hand, JavaScript uses dynamic binding, with which you can assign any value to an already initialized variable in case you want to change it later on, which means a var holding a number value can hold a boolean or a string as well at some later point of time in your program. Let's move on. TypeScript provides strict null checking, which means TypeScript compiler will not allow you to assign undefined to a variable unless you explicitly declare that of nullable type. For example, I declare a variable let contact details of type number and I assign it to undefined, then it will result in a compile time error. This fits perfectly with the number theory as well, as undefined is not a number. So you can define explicitly using a pipe that let contact details of type number pipe undefined, and then you can initialize with undefined. And don't worry if it is not making much sense to you, as when we'll move to the code we'll all practice this. Moving on, TypeScript also provides additional features to keep a strict clarity of scope among the variables using let and const, which define a clear boundary of the variable's scope, and which makes it easy to write our code and make it less error prone. Also, TypeScript supports object-oriented programming concepts like classes, objects, interfaces, and inheritance. These are just few, and we will be discussing about all of this stuff in detail in the coming lectures. Guys, I hope this video helped you. If it did, please like it, leave a comment, and share it with your friends. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next lecture. In the next lecture, we'll be learning that we already have JavaScript, and why do we need TypeScript, and also how TypeScript compiler works and how to use it. So bye bye everyone, and see you in the next lecture. And guys, if you have not watched the previous video in which I explained the complete installation and setup guide for TypeScript, then please watch it. I'll add a link in the video.